On the floor. Floor I love to dance, so give me more. More till I can't stand get on the floor. Floor like it's your last chance if you want more. More than here I am.
Welcome to the Hotel Beezer Palace. Pew, 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 pew. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a Beezer face. Do, do, do. I wasn't okay maybe like 5 minutes ago. No, more than that, 15 minutes ago. And now I'm okay. Ew. The hell, this light is bad. Okay, I have a little 7-Eleven haul. I got a package of these, what looks like the Thai version of sun chips. I got an unsweetened matcha green tea. I got some O2, CO2. Wrong chemical compounds. It's like a waterfall. So I have 2 bottles of extra water. I got some cukes. I figure I should have some vegetables. These noodles are the best. You know why? It's with real chicken. And it's like actual like juicy, tender pieces of like non-crunchy thing breast meat. In the gentleman's section, safari shirt. Like they charge extra to clean a shirt that has turtles and pineapples on it. Salah has a shirt that has a lion on it. So you're telling me like would that fall under safari or not? Like, anyway, sorry for that. I got a seaweed salad, black and white lava mochi, and I got some more discount thoughts, which I used today. I used 8 of them. I think I have an irrational fear that like if I'm away from someone for too long, that we're gonna drift apart. Like that's my fear. I just have fears of like loneliness, you know? Oh my god, I think I can see a CPAP outline. Get out of here. Sodium, 2,000 milligrams for this bag of chips. What the F? I don't want to eat this now. For real, I don't. I'm like scared to. Let's try these. Big bag, big bag. This I need to freeze them. Oh. I need to put it in the freezer. I don't want you to look at me. In my PJs. Kapunka. Did I get original? Ew, they're original flavor. I hate original flavor everything in my life. Sorry, did I mention this was my lunch? No trouble in paradise. Why do you guys always think the worst? It's so weird. Like it would really like burn your ass or something if we did if we live happily ever after forever. You should really reevaluate why that bothers you, you know? It is air conditioned. I wouldn't stay somewhere non-air conditioned. You guys know me. Why do you ask me? Like I would not stay in a room non-air conditioned, and I would not stay in a marriage without good sex. You should know me by now. Some relationships you can get things that no one else can give you, and that's usually what a lover's role is. It is rude, Brooke. Bye. Of course I'm gonna be if it's my husband. What kind of wife would I be if I just let people talk shit on him on my channel? Like, no. People can give their opinion, but when it comes to my husband, no, you can't. People can be concerned, but they don't know the true situation, so how can you come up with a conclusion based with zero proof? Actually, all the proof so far has been opposite, except for that one incident, and like, you know, I'm not gonna force anyone to like anyone. You can like whoever you want, but on my channel, respect my authority and his authority. How do people accept theories? Like they just get okay whenever there's no like there's no basis, there's no proof of anything. For example, that we're not married. On what grounds? I've even proven otherwise that we can't live there without, you know. Why I would buy a present for the person watching my pets? Why not? Is it weird? I guess I just grew up that way. My mom was always buying presents for like everybody. My gymnastics teacher, my bus driver, the person we had scheduled to watch our pets, like last time, was supposed to do it because Salah and I were supposed to come together. Like that was the original plan. But something happened, right? Like I said. So now the person who's gonna watch our pets is still gonna watch our pets whenever he comes. He's watching the pets while he's there. Why wouldn't he? I don't remember window liquor how I got the rest back. Probably made up with that loser and then got it all back. Because I had to keep bringing my CPAP over every couple of days because I didn't like sleeping there, like moving in there, and I didn't let him over after an incident with my cats and him threatening Pete's. So I had to keep bringing my CPAP, which is risky. Yeah, I'm just like, get out of here. People are saying that what? I thought that I heard the dumbest of the theories in Gore World. But every time I think that, there's always a dumber one. What? That is so stupid. No, that's not the reason. I mean, I don't even know I don't even want to defend that. I can literally post my 1 ticket stub if you want. Or no, I guess I would give you 2. See what I mean? Like, how am I going to even defend myself to stupid shit like that? that takes 0 brain cells to formulate. Can you believe the stupidness? Oh my gosh, like seriously. An extra seat, if you really needed one, is $80. Totally affordable, okay? Like if I could afford to buy another seat, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. I can't even start to begin to comprehend that. So weird. Fatal Bunny, they say he can't, exactly. Where's the proof of this? This is what I'm saying. There's never any proof or evidence. Here's the evidence that he can't be a Badoon, okay, Fatal Bunny? So just ingrain this in your brain. He rented an apartment in Kuwait. He has a car. He bought a car. I can't buy a car there. There's no way. When you want to rent an apartment in Kuwait, try the process. You have to submit marriage certificate, proof of employment, and income. And like your income has to be a certain amount, obviously, to cover the rent. So yeah, if you're a Badoon, you live in the desert in a tent. If you don't have papers, you can't rent shit. You definitely can't buy almost $40,000 car or like $30-something thousand SUV with no money. You don't think that the car company, go call Sherry and ask what you need to buy a car there. No, he can't. He's not legally allowed to rent the apartment for us because it needs to be a married family. It needs to be a marriage. The Haris who lives on site, Salah always sees him and talks to him, and like they have to meet with you to rent the apartment for you. So if Murad went there and then the guy was talking to Salah, he would be like, "What's up?" Like there's no evidence on your side of your accusations. I'm not mad. I'm proving myself, right? And there's all this evidence on our side. And you know what? Even if he was a Badoon, I wouldn't keep that secret because whatever. Unless he wanted me to, which he probably would. But like, I don't care about your friggin' passport status to love you. I'm pretty sure we're together for love because at this point, like I could be with anyone. I could be with someone else if I really didn't love him, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't have to be there when I'm there. I choose it. So he was living in a bachelor apartment after we're married. That was like the first building we lived in together. He went on video and he like redid his whole bachelor for me. Like he made it so nice. It was so cute. We have this history together that even though it's not that long, people don't see it ever and they don't know it. So for you to say, oh, I would have left after this, I would have done, you know, you don't really know. I never like to speculate how I would react in a situation if I'm not that person. All the checks, like the checks versus balances or whatever, when that situation happened, that's what I used to evaluate a lot of the situation. Like, okay, I would always say I'm never going to stay with someone if they ever do that to me, infidelity. I know people don't believe this, but the actual truth is that up until I dropped Nettered off at Dudu's that one last time, I still was a little bit, I didn't know for sure if he was really cheating. I ignored all the signs. I was stupid, yes, okay. But I didn't know. I didn't fully know. It was like in denial or something, or just I really believed his shit. You have to know that when you're in a narcissistic tryst with somebody, whatever it is, they manipulate. There's things offline that they do. They manipulate the fuck out of you, okay? Just believe that. So I really didn't. Like, you know. Then on the way home from Montreal, Sam's Bar Lounge released a video, and I was like, I don't know, I was listening to it, and I found out for sure, and I never drove back there. I was like, fuck this. It was hard at first, because getting out of a relationship that intense is really hard. But then this happened with Salah, and I was like, you know, but you don't know. That's why to say you would do this for certain, you don't know a situation until what you would do until it like happens to you. Of course, after I like dropped the loser off, I still was attached, so I was like really like, it was so hard for me, and I had weak moments. It was the beginning of the end for real. Like that was the breaking moment for me. That like you see everything, like the lies, like the disgusting lies that are just so like. Ugh. Anyway, you're just like, wow. And like being abused is not okay. You know, that kind of stuff would sink in, and that was it. It's actually my pajamas from Temu. I can't wait to get home and open my Temu. I hate that because it says it wasn't a relationship. Okay, from Queen of Relationships Online. You're gonna say my relationship's not a relationship? Alright, I'm not even worth replying to that. Like, dude, you were just sending sexy pictures in your daughter's room to a man who left you on red when you sent the nudes. I wouldn't be talking about others' relationships with peace and love. I don't care. Like, I don't know. That video looked like cut up and like weird. I don't know. But if it was true and she did do that, I zero care. I'm not besties with Shani and Rev or anything. I'm not besties with anyone really online, honestly. But they've never done anything to me, you know? What do I care? And if she did do that video for Nattered, which I don't even know for sure, you never know with him. And she said, what do you want from me, Nattered? Meaning like he probably like messaged her. Because why would you say what do you want from me if somebody probably messaged you and you're like, yes, you know? I don't know. But even if that did happen, I have zero jealousy capabilities left, like at all when it comes to that loser. So who cares? I don't care. Like, really, I don't. I don't really care. I don't care. Zero. What do I have planned for my video? I don't know. I'm not thinking of videos. I'm like overwhelmed. I want to go smoke shisha. I feel a lot more at home in like the Arab part of Sukhumvit. But all I'm going to say, sometimes things can happen. And I'm not going to talk about the situation anymore after this. But the situation with Salah, sometimes communication, like, I've learned that it was like a shameful thing for him to talk to me, his wife, about these things. Because, no, I'm not like that. I'm totally vanilla. And sometimes those interests have issues in a marriage, especially if the person, like, do you not find men are just hard at, like, they don't open up. Like, they just feel ashamed and embarrassed. I like to go where things are familiar. So I wanted to go to Malaysia. He's like, why Bangkok? Honestly, a little part of it was temptation. Malaysia and Bangkok are very similar, but, like, Malaysia is, like, without legalized cannabis, and a part of my brain was like, I do want to quit it, but it's hard. I don't just sit in hotel rooms. I just went out yesterday, but I'm here for a long time, Kim. So yeah, and there's going to be days where I'm in the hotel, 100%. If that's not your idea of a vacation and you would rather go bird watch in the jungle and swing from a line like Tarzan, that's up to you, you know? But for me, I like chill days. Ow! My sciatica! Fat tea fat. Ugh. Should I go to the shisha cafe so I won't be mad at me? Because I already went there and there was some men there. Because in Kuwait, he goes to like places that are men only when he goes for shisha with his friends. We can go later. Oh, sealing is the best. I always make a budget to be responsible, but we never follow it. I travel through Chantal. Yeah, you guys can just travel through me. Whoa! Sorry about that. Slow charging? No, don't slow charge. Oh, I'm screwed. We're never gonna go to the cafe. Breaking cycles is great. You've given us a lot of chance to have vacations and experiences, but if it's serious, have a rough time. You're gaining good karma. Thank you. But yeah. Anyways, think what you want. If you want to think I'm a sugar mama, go for it. Don't care. How can I help him travel? He has his own passport. I don't understand what you mean. Goodbye, Ethan. I don't even know what you're talking about. I just transferred him 23,000 Canadian dollars off of my like 5K views I make on my videos. You friggin' dingwads. I miss the kitchen chair too. I have to stand now. Who cares who pays for what? Exactly. Like they check his bank account and like his employment like income like per year. You think that you can get an expensive car? Like I wouldn't even be able to get an expensive car like that in Canada. My credit would never. You know? Like King Beezer was making money before you. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, because I'm a Westerner, it makes me more attractive to him because that's what he was seeking. I was seeking an Arabic man, so an Arab. So why don't people pick on me, accuse me of like, oh, you just want him because he's Arab? Like, why don't people say that about me? You know what I mean? We saw the shack he was in, but that's so racist. Like, that's a lot of apartments look like that in Kuwait. Like, are you kidding? He's a bachelor. Why would he need a mansion? I never said he was rich. Like, that's like a not bad apartment for Kuwait, like for a bachelor. Like, what? I didn't save him from anything. What are you talking about? The living for most expats is not like a luxurious apartment. That's how he lives. Like, what the fuck kind of shit comment was that? No, you don't deserve to know. Why do you think, West Coast, I'm talking to you? I'm obviously talking to the person, I'm addressing the person who just left a hateful comment, so why are you taking personal offense to it? Cooking in that kitchen was interesting. Remember that like stove I had, the gas? See, I don't mind. I find that stuff interesting. I like kind of like roughing it. It's a challenge, but it's like normal how a lot of people live there. You know, it's not like, it's such an ignorant comment when you don't know how people live there. If anyone doesn't like Salah, that's fine, but to say mean things about him, it's, yeah, on my channel, like go elsewhere. I don't care if you want to be a piece of crap elsewhere. We're entitled to our privacy. It's my right to stay and work on my marriage. It's my right to like how I want to live my life, you know? So, and that's what I mean, like I don't owe people information is basically what I mean. What advice would I give to a friend going through what I did? It depends what I knew of the relationship. Otherwise, I couldn't really give a good analysis what that person should do. Actually, what I would say is, it's up to you, you know? Just be careful. I trust your judgment. As my friend, I would trust their judgment, and I would say it's up to you and leave them to make their decision. Especially if he's never physically harmed her, he's never been nothing but loving otherwise. Like, why would I interfere in that? And that's what I would say. No, after what I went through with Swordfish, all the money I lost, there was one time he was like super coked out of his mind. We both were, but he got really nasty. When he would do more than like 4 grams, he got like rat face, like snarling at the mouth, foaming at the mouth, nasty. This is an instance that, like, right before the more abusive actions happened, physical abuse. Just an example of financial, like, issues, like, abuse with him. He had a gambling addiction. And I don't care, like, he talks about me every night, so fuck him. He won, this was my money, like, I deposited, like, I think $100. He won $3,500. I couldn't believe it. Like, I was all buzzed out, and I was like, what? For real? I expected him to stop at this time. I expected him to stop, because that would pay, like, he had no regard for me, because I was paying his rent at that time. So for me, you know, he knows how put out, like, imagine a man getting a woman to pay his rent. Salah would never, by the way. Winning that money and checking out would have helped me. You know, I'm dumb, but, you know, like, he could have said, okay, sure. Like, if he really cared, like, this was when I reflect back and I thought, if he really cared and really cared, and this is what a narc will do, like, they don't care about your feelings. No. He would have known, like, okay, I have enough money to pay my own right now. No. He had to keep playing and be greedy. I kept telling him, stop, like, cash out, you know? And I got mad at him, and he fucking lost it, and, like, just, that was, I became scared of him at that point, because he turns, like, into something, like, really ugly, and he yells, and he flips things over. He, like, lifted the fucking table. There was, like, a kitchen table in the living room. I don't know, don't ask. It was totally fucking trap house. It was trap house. So, like, freaking ghetto gatno. Anyway, and he lost all the money, and he got, this is another sign that he's a narc, he got mad at me. Like, dude, I'm the one who fucking gave you $100 in the first place for your poor ass to play the game that you lost all that money on. Can you imagine? So that's what I'm saying, like, that kind of shit, no, I would never go through that again after what I went through. I don't know how Doodoo does it. I don't know how Dee Dee, sorry, I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. Girl, I can't imagine even spending more than, like, 2 hours. Or even, like, 2 minutes now, but back then, 2 hours, and then I was on the long road. How does she live with someone so disgusting? Someone who always needs their ego stroked. It's so exhausting. I don't know how people can even still say, do you miss those times? Are you fucking serious? Do you know the mental torment I went through every effing day? He'll say, like, he'll start swearing in Arabic, like, like a fucking fucking steaming. Get a life, buddy. What does my husband think? He wants to use his face for a toilet also. Go for it! Makes good toilet paper. The card tricks. Remember, he got so mad at me for showing his teeth that day. Why did you do it? It was like a huge narc rant. The narc rants are the worst. The ones that last hours and hours. And then he has the nerve to cry and still talk about me on his fucking channel of 8 people watching. He has the nerve to say that I ruined his reputation. Dude, you gave me an STD. I think I have the fucking right to talk shit about you. And then when I found those poppers in his drawer, and he's like, I found them on the street. I'm like, no you didn't, you effing liar. I found them on the street. The barbecue at Night's Inn, where the meat was so tough and chewy, no seasoning. Like, what, you're gonna grill something with no seasoning? That was such a friggin' ghetto-ass holiday. Some of the things, obviously, like, were all not bad, like the baba ganoush, whatever. I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, just because I hate him. But a lot of it was, like, weird and gross. And I didn't get to eat the worst of it. Like, Dee Dee seems to be getting the brunt of the weird... Yeah, like, the weird, like, triple layer, like, green, yellow, and blue fucking casseroles. I don't even know what the fuck those are. And the weird smoothies with chunky green shit. Hey, grilled beef ribs. I need to be slow cooked, a true chef. They're still together, yeah. She'll never leave him. It's really sad. She was like a cool person. Like, I'm gonna like swallow pride and actually say to hang out with her without like him, like, you know, we would have our own conversation. She was like not bad to talk to, and she had a pretty good taste in music. Biggest red flag. Whenever I went to the STD clinic with him and they knew who he was. He was mad that I was going to therapy. He's like, what are you gonna talk about? Like, are you talking about me? Kind of, you know, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah. In my head, I'm like, yeah, I'm talking about you. He was screaming at me, banging my dashboard, like screaming on the fucking... He abused the Kia. So he had to get his prescription for his gonorrhea. So I dropped him at the Jean Coutu. I made a plan in my head. I'm like, I gotta get away from him. I said, you go. And he was using my bank card because he couldn't pay for his own STD drugs on his own. So I said, you go in and get your prescription. I'll wait here. So he actually, like, his narky self got out before he went in because I said, can you go hurry? I'm not feeling well and I have my counseling. Just to spare time, just to waste more time, he lit a cigarette in front of the Jean Coutu and was smoking it in his dad jeans. And I'm just like, oh, I'm so leaving you here, you little fucking dirtbag. So he eventually goes in with my bank card, and his phone, I think I got him that phone, so it was my phone, was in the passenger seat. I drove off and left him at the Jean Coutu. Remember you coming live after that? Remember I'd always cancel the phone and uncancel the phone? That is a form of abuse. That is like a violation to someone's body to not tell the person you're also sleeping with that you're sleeping with somebody unprotected, and you can text, you give someone else an STD. And the worst thing is, a part of me thinks he did it on purpose. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Believe me, you're gonna want me to mute. Ugh. Do not eat a whole block of cheese. That cheese bread I got from the bread place in the mall. Oh my gosh. It was so good. No, I don't talk to BB. His name is Milan. BB was like a pet name. Like usually like a few men sitting in there, and I'm like the only woman in there. And it's like in his culture, like men and women don't socialize. Like even they're not like talking to, I'm not talking to them, but still. It doesn't matter if they care about me or not, which I know they don't, but it's the principle. It's the culture. Yeah, I never watch him. The last time I checked, he was still obsessed with Salah and I talking about us with like literally one person and Desperate Dee Dee in his chat. That was it. One fucking person. Nobody cares. Like nobody wants to hear what you say. Even me, my cloud is not working anymore. You still only get like fucking 8 views. No, I said the last time I checked saw his channel, I noticed, because honestly I went and checked. I wanted to see, and this, I don't like Salah, and I don't know if he does, Salah does, but I definitely don't ever go. I just like, he doesn't exist to me anymore. Like I forget about his existence. But then somebody said that he and Shani had those those exchanges, and I was like obviously curious. Like I don't know, I saw the video and it made me laugh. Like, you know. YouTube could be Jerry Springer sometimes. I'm not even joking. I noticed that at the time that I went to check for that video, he was live. He was in Dee Dee's living room still. He was talking about me, I think, still. And there was one person in his chat chatting, and they were talking about me too. Obsessed. And there was like a bright light on his Smeagol face, and Dee Dee was off in the background. I don't know. Being a yes lady. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm in Bangkok alone because I chose to come here alone. I said I was okay. He wanted me to cancel my ticket. He wanted me to cancel my ticket. I had to like almost beg him to come here. After a while, he was like, okay, yeah, you know, it's all right. At first, he was like, no, like, you know, cancel. But it was like a pain. I don't know. I have my reasons, Alyssa. We usually like to vacation for like a month at a time. In about a month, it'll be, Kuwait weather will be nicer. He cares about me more than himself. Like, he really just, if we're out somewhere and we're both dying of thirst, he will give me the last bit of water. Literally. Literally. Like, yeah. That's not true. No, I'm serious. I don't know why people think that. No, it's not true. You don't know anything about the ex life with us because it's so private. If I opened up and told you everything, you would be sweating. But with him, it was, no. I'm not, like, okay. I'm not going to talk about that, but like out of respect, obviously, for my husband. But no, you think it is at the time, but a lot of it was also abusive. A lot of it was I could never, almost never do it not high. So like when you have to be on substances to enjoy intimate time with someone, that's a red flag. Who has had those bad relationships? Usually you had to be drunk or you had to be on something to get through it. I don't miss those days. It was on Plenty of Fish. He was very persistent. He messaged me on the app on Plenty of Fish. I messaged him back. I don't know who messaged who first. I think it was him. I messaged him back, and like literally within like 1 minute, split minute, he called me on the phone. Hello. And I was like, hi. Like I was weirded out. I think he could sense that. So he's like, you want to just go on Messenger? You know, went to meet him at Cracky Gatineau, and I turned in the key in the driveway, and I saw him pacing in the driveway. He was skinny. Like you think he was skinny? He's skinny now. He was so sinewy. I don't know, with like weird blue shorts, like just weird. Like anyway, I don't know. I didn't him at first. I don't know how I let it grow on me. The love bombing, I guess, just like constant attention, but not the good kind. Anyway, it was horrible. I'm still smiling thinking about Salah. When you're riding in an Uber and you feel something itchy, gonorrhea.